Welcome. This is the January edition of the Civic Center Scoop, bringing you everything that's happening at the Peoria Civic Center this month. My name is Jess McMullin, and I'll be your host for the show. We are broadcasting live at PeoriaLife.com at the Widecast Studios in downtown Peoria. We've got a number of events. Busy season picks up at the Civic Center this month, from conventions to entertainment to things for the family as well as sporting events. So we're going to run down everything that's going on at the Peoria Civic Center in January. I've got a couple special guests here today. We're going to be talking about the Gimme Shelter event as well as the Peoria Kids Fest and the huge music conference that's coming to the Civic Center later this month. So without further delay, let's get started. Welcome my first guest.
Hi, Jess.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Good. This is Kristen Berchtold with the Southside Office of Concern. And tell us a little bit about the event you've got coming up.
Sure. Friday, January 19th at the Civic Center, obviously, is our second annual Gimme Shelter event. And this event is a little different. People from our community will be spending the night outside on the patio at the Civic Center. In a cardboard box. The purpose being, number one, to raise awareness of homelessness as an issue in the community, and it is a huge issue. Last year, there were over 1,800 homeless children enrolled in school in Peoria, Tazewell, Woodford, and Fulton County. Doesn't that just break your heart?
Oh.
You know,
That's a lot.
yeah. So it's to build awareness and, of course, also to raise money to help end homelessness in our community. People that participate, we ask them to try to raise $1,000 for the privilege of spending the night outside in a cardboard box.
Nice. So very similar to like how St. Jude does their runs. To participate, you raise money, and then you get to and
lucky
sleep
you.
outside.
Oh, you get a T-shirt too.
Oh, excellent. Yes.
Although
Love
this
it.
is last year's T-shirts, we don't
Very
have the new ones,
colorful.
but they're fun.
So it starts on Friday night.
Yes, Friday
And
night at
so-
6 o'clock.
So walk us through the event. Like what happens at 6? What starts?
Well, people can come. People that are participating can come. Start to register at 5:30. They have to bring all their stuff to keep themselves warm. Really, we provide a cardboard box and a T-shirt, and you're kind of responsible for everything else you need to stay warm for the evening.
Which is more than a T-shirt.
Which is definitely more than a T-shirt.
Although today's kind of nice outside, so you know.
So then we officially start at 6 once everybody's packed in all the, identifies their box where they'll be spending the evening. And then starting at 7 o'clock, we've got a whole series of educational sessions around the topic of homelessness.
Okay.
That goes from 7 till about 10. We're going to do a number of things, one being kind of just a interactive homelessness experience where we're going to kind of give people a scenario. You're a single mom with 3 kids and how you would navigate the system to kind of put people in the shoes of somebody without a home.
Sure.
And then after that, we're going to have a little series of speakers. Nicole Frederick from the Heart of Illinois United Way is going to talk about their latest community needs assessment and homelessness. Kevin Nolan, who is the Heart of Illinois Homeless Continuum of Care Director, is going to talk about their efforts. And then somebody from the Southside Office of Concern is going to speak about what we are doing as an organization.
Okay. Oh, wow. So now the speakers, is that for anybody or just the participants?
Right. You don't have to spend the night in a box to come to the educational presentations. They're open to the public. Everybody who's got an interest in the topic is welcome to come and learn more.
Wonderful. So topics start at 7. So public
Starting
can
at
come.
7.
And can public kind of come outside? It's outside on the patio. Can they kind of come out and say hi to the people that are in the boxes?
And people will be stopping out throughout the evening. And all the participants, their friends and family will come by to see how they're doing, maybe make a little donation to their effort.
Very nice. So how many people last year did you have? And then how many are you this year are sleeping outside?
We, I think, ended up with 58 last year.
Oh, wow.
We're close to that again. And of course, people can still register.
Okay.
Actually, you can register up until next Thursday, the day before.
Really?
Yep, you can do all that stuff on our website. You can donate. If you don't want to spend the night in the box and just want to support the effort, you can donate from our website or come down that night with a donation.
Very neat. So, of course, I'm thinking of my kids when they had great big boxes. They always colored them into princess houses. Does anybody color or decorate their boxes?
Not really.
No,
not
okay.
really. What people are more concerned with being warm.
Being warm,
And
yeah.
that being said, obviously the Civic Center is open all evening. We'll have a hospitality room, hot coffee, hot chocolate. Papa John's is delivering pizza about 11. It's not, completely a realistic homeless
Okay.
experience.
So the participants, they're not like locked into this box for the
No,
night. Like they can come and
no,
go.
right.
Okay. Oh, interesting. So they can come inside, get warm whenever they want. They
Get a
can come
cup of coffee.
Okay.
We'll have some movies go in. We're going to show a documentary called Storied Streets about homelessness across the country and have some other things going on. So
that's got to get lonely about 2 a.m.
yeah, it gets pretty quiet. Usually by 2. Last year, everybody was down. I was the only one awake. I was just, it was kind of nice because things were calm then, and I took 5 and had a cup of coffee.
Do they actually sleep?
Huh?
Yeah. Do they fall asleep?
Actually, in fact, kind of a funny story. Last year, my son participated, and he was helping me all night. But finally, at about 2:00, he said, "I'm going to go try to get a couple hours sleep." I was like, "Go ahead." Like half an hour, he comes back in looking all grumpy, and I said, "What's wrong? Is it too cold?" He said, "No." He said, "The people on both sides of me were snoring so loud I couldn't get to sleep." So we're putting earplugs in the goodie bags this year.
I love it. Oh, that's hilarious.
And then we close at 5:30 a.m. We have a big celebration breakfast. Fill everybody up with some nice hot French toast and eggs, and before we send them on their way.
Yummy. Wow, that sounds like, it's just a really impactful experience, I would think, to sleep outside, because you never know what temperatures we're going to have mid-January.
And it'll happen regardless of weather.
Okay.
Because, folks that are homeless don't always have the option not to participate. Right. Now, obviously, if it is bitterly, bitterly cold, each person will have to decide whether
whether they come or go, inside or outside.
Right.
Because they can come inside the Civic Centers
Right.
as often as they need to warm up and for the safety.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Wonderful. Well, great. Okay, so you raise a lot of money with this event. How much did you raise last year, and what's your goal for this year?
Last year, we set a goal of 50.
Okay.
We ended up grossing about 68,000, I think, which is
68,000.
fabulous. So we're very ambitious this year. We're trying to raise $100,000.
Now, does the majority of that come from individual donations, or do you have corporate sponsors that participate
All of the
as well?
above.
Okay.
We've got some really great sponsors this year. Our top ones being OSF Healthcare, SC2, Core Construction.
Okay. Wow. Are they building the boxes? No.
They actually are providing volunteers to help because, obviously 70, 80 refrigerator boxes is very bulky, and they're hard to move. They're actually providing a team of volunteers in a trailer Friday afternoon to go get all the boxes where we have them in storage and haul them to the Civic Center and help us put them all together.
So where do you get that many boxes that are that
From
big?
our good friends at Sherman. And basically we collect all year. You'd be surprised. It's harder to get refrigerator boxes than you thought it would be. A lot of appliances now come like with end caps and shrink wrapped and don't necessarily come in cardboard anymore.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Sherman saves us throughout the year, and we stop by periodically and pick them up. They're also one of our sponsors for the event.
Oh, wonderful. Excellent. So you raise a whole lot of money, hopefully this year 100,000. And what does the money get used for?
Most of the money supports our efforts to end homelessness, which are a couple of different things. We own and operate 149 units of permanent supportive housing. So at any given time, 220 to 230 formerly homeless families, individuals, or veterans live with the Southside Office of Concern. So it's supposed our efforts to just provide housing for the homeless. And the thing that really distinguishes us, we're not talking temporary shelter, it's permanent housing. Our whole model is let's get people off the streets, let's put them into permanent homes, and then provide whatever support they need to stay there. And so for a lot of our folks, it's help managing a mental health issue or an illness.
Yeah. Wow.
The other thing we do is we also have the only homeless outreach team in the area. We actually have 5 full-time staff people that don't do anything but street outreach to the homeless.
Really?
Going to the shelters, going to the faith-based meal programs, where homeless folks tend to hang out. And their goal in the short term is, what can we do to improve your quality of life immediately? Do you have plenty of warm clothing?
Sure.
Food, water, those kind of things. But the long-term goal being to build a relationship with that person or family, figure out what their barriers to housing are, connect them to the services that they need, and ultimately get them off the street and get them housed. That team houses hundreds of people a year. They actually have an 80% success rate. 80% of the people that they engage end up being housed.
So, I think most people, including myself, we're probably not aware of how big this problem is in Peoria. On an estimate, how many homeless do you think we have here in, like, say, just downtown area on a daily basis?
Well, I can tell you that every year, I mean, the other thing, part of the money is going to our local homeless continuum of care. The Southside Office of Concern recognizes we can't solve this problem by ourselves. So we actually donate a portion of the proceeds back basically to the homeless continuum of care, which is the systematic group that coordinates all the efforts of all the agencies in the community. But every year, that group does, the last week of January, a point in time count where people go out and hit the streets, go to all the shelters, go every place where homeless folks are known to and actually do a physical count. That will happen the last week of January. Okay. When it happened last year, they actually counted 329 homeless people.
Wow, that's much
on
bigger
the streets
than,
or in shelters.
I would think.
In Peoria, Tazewell, that's the area we cover, Peoria, Tazewell, Woodford, and Fulton County.
Wow. Excellent. Well, wonderful work you guys are doing. Thank you so much. Is there anything else we need to know about Gimme Shelter or the Southside Office of Concern that you want to share?
Just, it's not too late to participate in Gimme Shelter. We are still taking participants. We will do that for another week. So if you're interested, please go on our website and sign up. If spending the night outside in a box is not your thing, and we understand that, there are other ways to participate. Join us for the educational sessions. We have some volunteer opportunities. We need some volunteer help throughout the evening, and you can sign up for that as well on our website, or always donate to support the event in general or one of our particular fundraisers. And from our website, you can see everybody that's participating. You never know, you might have a friend that's...
I do. On Facebook, I've had a couple people posting looking for donations. They're doing their job, looking for donations. So, I was going to go and pick a couple of them and donate to each of them. So...
Well, we appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
And we appreciate everything the Civic Center's done. They're a great partner for this event.
Wonderful. Well, we love having you outside on our patio in January. I got to say, we don't rent our patio very often in January. So we love having you. Well, thanks so much, Kristen, for joining us today, and good luck with your event next week. Awesome. All right, so Gimme Shelter next Friday down at the Civic Center. Even if you're not participating, come on down and say hello and drop some donations off for them. Next up, we have a fun event. This Gimme Shelter is happening on Friday, rolling into Saturday morning, and then starting Saturday a little bit later in the morning is the Peoria Kids Fest.
Hi, Jess.
Hi.
How are you?
Here to talk about that is Judy Martin with R&B Productions, who puts on the event.
Yes.
How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Wonderful.
Trying to finish up the final details for Peoria Kids Fest. It's been real exciting.
So big event. How many years have you had this? 11 years.
11 years.
Wonderful.
And this year we're really trying to put everything out on our Facebook page. So I've really gotten a lot of feedback. We have giveaways that we're doing. We're doing a big door prize at the end. So I think, that's really helped our plug.
Okay.
So I'm hoping we get big numbers.
Yay. So tell me so it's Saturday, January 20th.
Yes.
Let's make sure everyone knows the date.
Yes.
And it begins at
10
o'clock.
10 to
That was
7.
10, 11, 10 or 11.
You can stay all day, or you can go for a few hours. It's totally geared towards kids. So we have inflatables, we have Jumpstart is one of our sponsors, and they have a whole kids zone, so we can have the kids be ninjas, and we have the toddler area, so we kind of try to focus on everybody. We'll have a carnival ride. Who wouldn't want to go on a carnival ride?
I God, I saw that on your Facebook page. Is it the strawberries?
It's going to be a strawberry.
Yay! That's always a good one.
So, adults can climb on there with their kids too.
Yeah.
We have the rock climbing wall. I've never done that.
I'll tell you what. My two girls went last year, and they're 9 and 11. So a little bit on the older end of
Sure.
the kid range, but they loved that rock climbing wall so much. I think we spent, an hour just standing by the rock climbing
Yeah,
wall. It was,
yeah.
and it was, there were so many kids gathered around that.
I know, it's so neat.
I wanted to do it, but
Well, you can do it this
I
year.
didn't want to elbow those kids out of the way to try and get a spot in the line. So
Yeah. So, we have barnyard discoveries, so you can go pet.
the petting zoo.
Yeah, go pet
Yes.
some animals. Who doesn't want to do that?
Yeah.
See cute little bunnies. And then, of course, we have some vendors that are more kid orientated. So even our sponsor for Sylvan is going to be our sponsor, a new sponsor this year.
Excellent.
And they sponsored our characters. So we have some lookalike characters that are coming.
Fun.
All those details are on Facebook. So
Well, and the exhibits, there's quite a few exhibits, if I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
yeah.
I don't remember who it was, but somebody had a photo booth last year.
Yes.
That you could dress up and.
Yes.
And
Avanti's is another sponsor of ours, and they have a
okay,
photo booth.
I thought it was them, but I didn't want to
Yep,
say it in case
yep,
it wasn't true.
yep.
But that was really fun. And then we also. There was a kids camp that had a booth there
Yes,
too.
yes.
And my daughter was like, "Oh, I want to go to camp," And there was just so much information through the exhibits that have to do with not only kids but family in general. I thought
And
it
they
was
try to bring little activities for the kids so that engages the parents also
and giveaways.
Yes.
They always have little
and I don't know if you
trinkets
like
and
LuLaRoe,
balls.
they'll be
the
there.
leggings,
Yes,
of course.
yes,
Got to have
yes.
something for mom too.
Yes, exactly.
And you know what? If I recall, last year in the center there was kind of a little shopping, and they had Cub stuff. That's all I remember because my husband
Yep,
was like,
they
"Oh, I'll
do.
just stay here."
They do. And then we'll have, we have all the radio stations. They'll be there, so they'll do live remotes. And then again, I said we'll have door prizes every hour to pass out. So there's just different activities, and just based on how the kids are doing that day, how long parents want to hang out.
Awesome.
And I think we're all kind of getting a little fever from being inside.
It was so cold there the whole
Last
holiday
weekend
season.
was horrible, wasn't it?
It was like the holiday season where you had off, we had a little vacation time, and it was so cold we didn't want to leave the house. And now
Hopefully
everyone's-
next weekend we'll, based on what she's going to be doing with the homeless shelter, and
Hopefully it won't be too
it won't be
cold.
too cold for people not to want to come out.
Yeah,
but-
exactly. This is a great time of year to have it. So now how much does it cost to get in?
All right, perfect. At the door, the tickets are sold only there.
Okay.
It's $7 a piece.
Okay.
Kids under 3 are free. But we also have a family pack, 2 adults, 2 children for $25.
Oh, okay. So you saved
So,
quite a bit of money there. Oh,
Yeah, and it's all day. All those events they can
fun.
participate in.
And they can, if they come in the morning and they leave and go get lunch, can they come
They
back?
get a pass. Yep, you bet.
Awesome.
Yep,
And
get
I'm
stamped.
assuming Civic Center will have concessions open too,
Yes.
so they can always stay and get
Yes.
food. But
Yeah, yeah.
wonderful. What else with Peoria Kids Fest? Now the entrance is, I think this is important to know too. That day, there's quite a few things going on in the building. There's, I think, a cheer competition on the
Yes.
other side. So if you're coming to this, to the Peoria Kids Fest, you want to enter in what we call the marquee doors, which are that main parking lot that I think by the Toyota box office. So those are probably the best doors because your entrance is right there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
And I know there's a Bradley game that night, so people
Yeah,
can come during the
all
day.
kinds of things going on down
You
there.
can come and play with the kids all day, and then at night go to the Bradley game because that's pretty much starts at 7 when you're done.
Right. Right.
So it's a
right.
nice- you
I
can-
wish I could just move right over, but I'll be cleaning up.
I
so.
know. Oh my gosh. So fun. Awesome. So head over to Facebook, and it's Peoria Kids Fest on Facebook.
Perfect, yes.
I saw you were doing some ticket giveaways on there. So
Yes, you can still sign up, and then maybe we'll give some more out next week.
Okay.
We'll see how
Okay,
things
wonderful.
are going there.
So any updated, do we know the characters yet, or is that kind of a
Yes.
surprise? Okay.
Well, the trolls are going to be there, and then
Ooh.
Batman and Batgirl. Yeah.
Batman.
Yeah.
I have a Batman costume.
So we have the schedule up on Facebook. Everything else is going to be going on all day long.
Okay.
Just the characters, if they're,
They have
specific
time
times.
slots, don't
Yeah.
they? Okay.
Yeah.
So go to Facebook and check out Peoria Kids Fest, and you can get all the details as far as if there's a particular character you want to see. Make sure
Yeah.
you're there at the right time. But well, Judy, thanks so
Thanks,
much
Jess.
for
Thanks for-
joining me and
Thanks for inviting me.
running me through the Peoria Kids Fest. So if you're looking for something to do next Saturday, January the 20th, from 10 o'clock.
10 to 7.
10 to 7. Come on down to the Peoria Civic Center. The exhibit halls are going to be filled with fun for the kids. Let them burn off some energy because I don't know about you, but mine have been a little cooped up in the house. So let them burn off some energy in the Civic Center exhibit halls. Check out their Facebook page. You could possibly win some tickets there. Otherwise, it's $7 at the door or the family fun pack for $25. So great. All right, our third and final guest today, we are going to talk about the big music conference that's coming to Peoria at the end of January. So Kim McKune is joining me from Enjoy Peoria, or the Convention Visitors Bureau. It's kind of two different names. Yeah. So welcome, Kim.
Thank you.
So I know the Illinois Music Educators Conference is coming at the end of the month.
Yes, it is.
And Kim has worked on this event
This will be my 7th year.
7th year. So she
Yes.
knows all the ins and outs of this conference, which
do.
is pretty massive for Peoria.
It's huge. It's
Yeah.
one of our biggest convention clients that we have in town. It's about 10,000 attendees that they're expecting.
Wow.
That's a lot of people all over the place.
Wow. Now, it's all over from Illinois, right? It's an
Right,
Illinois-based.
Yep. So any
association.
yep, except for vendors sometimes will travel, but yeah, everybody participating from any school in Illinois.
Wow. Well, I know I just saw the Journal Star, I think, just had an article about the local kids who have won a spot in to perform in this.
Right. So it's basically their state. So if you think of other sports, basketball, baseball, all of that, this is their state.
Oh, that's a
so
great comparison, yeah.
they audition to make it, and then they come and they do all of their auditions to place, and then they get to perform for everybody in the last concert of the weekend. But yeah, so they're all over, and then we do have some local schools that participate. So that's always exciting. Just like when we have basketball, it's always exciting when you have some people from around town.
So different kids are coming in and out. So we should specify they come in. It begins Wednesday
night.
the
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 kickoff
24th.
concert. Wednesday the 23rd is the kickoff concert in the Civic Center Theater.
Okay.
That's open to the public. The Chicago Youth Symphony is the one that's going to be performing.
Neat.
So it's very exciting. It's only $5. So we encourage everybody to come out if they can. A lot of the schools come in early so they can go to that.
Sure.
Because it's usually a big deal, and they do a really good job with it.
Oh, that's so neat. And for restaurants around it,
Oh, yeah.
downtown, I bet
Yeah.
it's busy with all
We
those kids that
typically,
come to town.
put that out there for everybody and blast that out like they're back.
Yay.
So get ready.
Well, that's great for downtown Peoria. We need a good
Oh, yeah.
boost of business. So
Right, and their
always good.
hotels are everywhere. So they're Peoria, they're East Peoria, they're Morton, they're everywhere. So we put that note out to everybody, all the restaurants that are anywhere near a hotel, to expect some business.
And these are all music kids, so they're good kids.
Oh, they're very well
Yeah.
behaved. So anybody that you ever come across, they're all very polite, and the hotels always have great things to say. The Civic Center has great things to say, that they're very well behaved kids.
Awesome, awesome. So there's the concert on opening night that the public can come to for $5 a ticket.
Yep.
And those are, you can pick them up at the Toyota box office at the Peoria Civic Center. There's also a couple other, I believe there's a jazz night.
Yes. So that is Friday night, 7:30 in the theater as well. And then the final concerts, a lot of the parents and stuff, everybody always usually comes into town just to see their kids do one last
yeah.
big performance.
Oh, yeah.
So that happens Saturday as well.
Awesome. And Saturday, there's a big, it's kind of a big lineup. For the $5 ticket, you can get into all three of the concerts that are going on
Right.
that day. So.
Yeah, so you can get get
quite the deal.
your day's worth of music for sure, and they're
Yeah.
very good, so
Yeah.
it's exciting.
And the bonus part on Saturday is, this is a conference that goes on the whole week. So not only are the kids competing, but there's also educational sessions as well
Right.
for educators, music teachers.
Yeah,
Basically.
a lot of teachers
Yeah.
come that don't have kids that are participating, that they can still learn, and all kinds of things. And as you know, they're in every nook and cranny of the Civic Center.
They
There's
are.
not many places that they're not going to be.
It's a very musical place.
Yes. So if you happen to walk through, you'll hear music anywhere you go.
Wonderful.
And then they're using venues outside as well for auditions and whatnot. So it's always exciting to see all the buses start rolling in Wednesday afternoon. And
Lots of buses in the parking lot. Yes,
Yes,
that's for
yes.
sure. Well, I know the exhibit halls then on, a separate note, part of the conference is the exhibit halls are full of vendors.
right. Yep.
And I know last year I went walking through and I mean, there's some cool stuff in there.
There is, yeah, especially if you like music, and there's
Yeah.
things, that would help with all of that. And a lot of colleges I know that come
Yes, there were
to
quite a
promote
few
themselves
colleges,
as well.
yes.
So those exhibit halls, they're packed.
It's so fun to walk through.
The vendors, they do a really good job, and they're wall to wall for sure.
So the exhibit halls are for the conference, but on Saturday, I believe between 11 and 1, they open up for the public. So if you have a kid in music, which I do, you can come and walk the halls, look for some fun stuff.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of things. So
So very cool, very cool. And then the final concerts are the All-State Elementary and All-State, and then the Honors Concert, and those are all on Saturday.
yep,
To
and that's
wrap- to wrap up the
a lot of the
conference.
families come just so they can
Excellent.
watch their kids perform. They're all the best in the state
Yeah.
at what they do. So it's all kinds of instruments. It's singing. So they're the best.
I know. I always see where my kids go to school. They have a fantastic music teacher, and I always see him there. And he's always telling the kids all about it and trying to get them to come down to these shows as well. So you can't beat it for $5 a ticket. It's
No.
the cheapest
Oh, yeah.
concert you'll ever get to.
For sure. Oh yeah.
So, and it's the best music in Illinois. I mean, these are the future of our
Right.
music. So.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Well, okay. Well, anything else we need to know about the music conference that's
So,
coming?
be prepared to see a lot of kids in town.
It's going to
like
be
you said,
busy downtown.
Yeah, it's always exciting. All the restaurants are packed, and the hotels are packed. They are packed.
great.
They're all there.
fantastic
Yep, and we
for
all
us.
look forward to it. They bring an economic impact of over $2 million to our community.
Wow.
Just that one group for just a few days. So
That's
you can see the
amazing.
importance of bringing all these groups into town.
Yeah, well, thank you, Kim, so much for your work, as well as the entire Convention Visitors Bureau. I know you all work hard on this one, so we do
Yes,
appreciate it.
thank you.
All right, so if you're downtown, January 24th through the 27th, that kind of Wednesday through Saturday, and it's busy, that's why. There's a lot of music kids in town, so be patient with them. They are visitors into town, and say hello and show them a good time while they're here. So, all right, we're going to move on and just run through the spiel of everything else. We've highlighted 3 things going on at the Civic Center in January, but as you know, there's a long list of events. Starting in January is our busiest season of the year. This weekend, if you're not doing anything and you don't have your tickets yet, Saturday night is comedian Jeff Dunham is in the arena. That's going to be a busy show. Also this weekend, PNC Winterfest is wrapping up ice skating. They were closed last night with the ice chiller malfunction, but I believe they'll be back open tonight. And Sunday is your very last day to get ice skating. And if ice skating isn't your thing, there's also the ice slide you can do as well. So come on out. You can check out pncwinterfest.com for details on everything out there. But Sunday's your last day to get out there. Also on Sunday, the Peoria Symphony Orchestra has their Time for 3 show. This is a popular string trio that performs with the Peoria Symphony Orchestra, and it's pretty cool. So you can check out tickets for that or at peoriasymphony.org. Coming up on Monday, it's a holiday weekend for everybody. It's Martin Luther King Day on Monday. However, we'll be working because the big Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. luncheon celebration is on Monday afternoon. Tamara Hall is coming, and she will be their guest speaker. I believe luncheon tickets are no longer on sale. However, you can come to see the speaker. So check that out. Next Wednesday, back by popular demand, the Walters Brothers Harley Davidson is bringing back the Extreme International ice racing. Now, this is pretty cool. If you missed it last year, it's motorcycle bikes that have spikes on the tires and they rip around the ice. It's really cool. Next Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m., you can walk up and get tickets, or you can buy them in advance at the Toyota box office. But that's a really fun event for the family if you want to get out and do something. Next weekend, we talked about the Kids Fest that's going on. Like I said, there's also a cheer competition in the house, but there is also the I've Decided Motivational and Leadership Conference. So if you need a little motivational boost or some direction in your career, check that out. Check that out at I'veDecided.org. That is next Saturday, January 20th as well, and that'll be up in our ballroom. Following that, the following week, the big concert that's kicking off our year is the Avenged Sevenfold concert, Thursday, January 25th. There are still tickets, but it is going to probably sell out. So get your tickets for that. That'll be in the arena and sure to be a rockin' good time. Coming up later this month, Sunday, January 28th, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes is having their home team banquet, and it's pretty exciting. This year they're having their featured speaker is Mike Matheny. I think he's a manager for a certain baseball team. If you like the St. Louis Cardinals, you know who I'm talking about. Mike Matheny, you can get tickets at PeoriaFCA.org. Also coming up in the theater is The Rat Pack is back, January 28th. If you haven't seen that yet, check out PeoriaCivicCenter.com for more details on that. Wrapping up January at the Civic Center, Peoria Mayor Jim Artis is going to recap 2017 and then discuss the future looking at 2018. This is a luncheon that begins at 11:45 in our ballroom. You do need to buy tickets for it. You can look at PeoriaChamber.org and see the Peoria State of the City address on Wednesday, January 31st. Kicking off February, just a couple things in the beginning of the month. The Black and Blue Ball is back at the Peoria Civic Center. If you've never gone to that, it is such a fun time. The band Wedding Band plays. Everything benefits Easter Seals. There's amazing food and drink with it. That's Friday, February the 2nd. So probably the best spot is just to Google Black and Blue Ball in Peoria for Easter Seals, and it'll come up. Also, that first weekend in February, the Midwest Truck and Trailer Show is back. They take up, again, another convention that takes up the entire Civic Center. They fill it up, which isn't too hard when you're rolling in semis, but they do fill it up. They have an amazing exhibit in the exhibit halls that you can come and see. Admission is free to come in and see the trucks. You just got to fill out a little form and then you get in free. If you haven't ever been there, coming and see trucks may sound like, if you're a guy. But I brought my daughters last year, and they have this thing called the Truckers Pride Beauty Contest. You have never seen semis like this. They are lit up, and it's amazing. And then, of course, in February, the third show in the Ameren, Illinois Broadway series kicks off in the theater, and that is The Sound of Music, February 6th and 7th. So lots of things going on at the Peoria Civic Center. It is go time for us. If you missed anything or you need more information, head out to PeoriaCivicCenter.com under our events tab, upcoming events. There's more details and links on all these events that we discussed today. So until next month, enjoy the kickoff of winter, I guess, in January, and we'll see you in February.
PeoriaLife.com